We've all been there. You're in a new class, maybe a job interview, or even just a party. And all of a sudden, every single eye in the room is on you. The pressure is on to introduce yourself. But what if I told you there was a simple formula to absolutely nail that introduction every single time?
Think about it. Do you ever just dread hearing those 5 little words? You know the feeling, right? Your heart kind of starts to pound a little faster, your mind just goes completely blank, and that little jolt of anxiety, well, it's pretty much universal.
And there it is. So tell me about yourself. It's the phrase that can stop you dead in your tracks if you're not ready for it. But that moment of panic, it's a totally normal experience. So if you've ever felt that, believe me, you are definitely not alone.
But here's the really good news. A great introduction, it isn't some kind of magical talent that only a few people have. It's a skill. And like any skill, it's something you can learn with a simple, super easy to remember formula.
So what is this magic formula? Well, it all comes down to the number 5. Yep, just 5 foundational sentences. That's all you need for a powerful, clear, and confident self-introduction. Let's break it down. All right, first up, we're going to craft your core story using a 5-sentence framework. This is the bedrock of your entire introduction. The framework follows this really simple, logical flow. You start with a friendly greeting, obviously, then you share your origin, which gives people a little context. Next up is your age, a pretty standard piece of info. You follow that with your interests. This is where you show a bit of personality. And you finish it off by sharing what you study or work on. See, each step just builds on the last one to create a really nice, complete picture.
So let's see how this works in action. You literally just plug in your own info. Hello, my name is Alex. I'm from Canada, I'm 25 years old, I like hiking, and I'm currently studying marine biology. It's so clean, so simple, and really effective. You've just shared all the key things about yourself in, less than 15 seconds? And of course, you can adapt this. For a job interview, maybe you'd swap out age for your current role or your years of experience. This framework is just your starting point.
Okay, so that 5-sentence structure, that's your solid foundation. It's good. But how do we go from good to unforgettable? Well, that's where the memorable twist comes in.
You need a hook, something that makes people's ears perk up and actually remember who you are after you're done talking. The secret ingredient for that? A simple, perfectly placed fun fact. Something just like this. Can you imagine someone finishing their standard intro with, "Oh, and by the way, I can juggle 3 balls at once"? It's charming, it's totally unexpected, and it instantly makes them way more memorable than the person who just listed their major and then sat back down.
So what's your fun fact? It doesn't have to be juggling, of course. Maybe you have a unique hobby, like you collect vintage maps. Or you have an unusual skill, like you can identify any bird just by its call. Just take a second. What's that one little surprising detail that makes you, well, you?
Okay, it is time to put this all together. Let's look at the full, complete formula for a truly unforgettable introduction.
And here it is, the whole shebang. You've got the 5 core sentences to build that strong foundation, and then it's capped off with your unique, fun twist. This structure doesn't just make you memorable, it gives you confidence because you walk into that room knowing exactly what you're going to say.
So the next time you find yourself in that situation and you hear those 5 little words, you're not going to panic. You're going to have a plan. You're going to have a story. The only question left is, with this new tool in your back pocket, who will you be tomorrow?